Local leaders and organizations in Hamilton are condemning a protest that was held at Jackson Square this weekend. As Julie Sharp tells us, demonstrators were seen in photos on social media wearing masks and holding a banner that said "Mass Deportation Now."
These photos were posted to social media this weekend. Mayor Andrea Horvath says the rally doesn't reflect Hamilton.
There's no room for hatred, for racism, for bias, for any of that in our city. And I would say that as mayor, I clearly have stated, and I will continue to state, there's no room for that kind of hate in our city.
The president of the Afro-Canadian Caribbean Association, Evelyn Myrie, says this kind of behavior is unacceptable.
It's a very disturbing trend that's happening in the south of us, and we don't want that to come across our borders, this kind of behavior. It's really problematic that 2 days after or 3 days after the American election that we have people in Hamilton giving sentiments of hate.
In a post on Instagram, NDP MP Matthew Green says, in part, "This demonstration filled with dangerous rhetoric seeks to undermine the very principles of compassion, diversity, and unity that define Hamilton." He also says calling for mass deportations and targeting individuals based on ethnicity or nationality is not just divisive. It's a blatant attempt to strip away rights and freedoms. The mayor says it's very important that organizations and leaders across the city of Hamilton speak out against these kind of protests.
We have to call it out every time we see it, whether it's a big public demonstration or whether it's not big in public. I mean, as leaders, it's our responsibility to do exactly that.
Medora Uppal with the YWCA says it's time to celebrate the contributions of immigrants in Hamilton to help change the narrative.
And I think we need to profile and showcase people who are newcomers, people who have been longtime immigrants. And I think it's really important that we recognize that we are a country made of immigrants and Indigenous people. And we are here, most of us, as settlers on this land. We don't have a future without immigrants.
Mayor Andrea Horvath made it very clear that all people are welcomed in Hamilton.
Everyone is welcome in this city. That's how I see it, and I think that's how the vast majority of Hamiltonians see it as well.
CHCH News reached out to Hamilton Police for a comment on this issue, but did not hear back at the time of the story. Julie Sharp, CHCH News, Hamilton.